actually tell you a story that adds more value than vanity. And it's a great leadership story about two friends, unlikely friends. This is Gregory. Gregory happens to be a janitor at a children's hospital in Minnesota, and this is his little buddy, Cooper. And Cooper happens to be a patient at the children's hospital in Minnesota. Cooper has an inherited disease that affects his digestive system. And he happens to spend a lot of time at this hospital where he has to go in and have infusions and really uncomfortable treatments. Now, Gregory has worked at the hospital as a janitor for years. And if you want to listen to an endearing man talk about the pride that he has in his job, go Google this man, Gregory Watson. He is a janitor at a children's hospital, and he feels like this was his life's calling. He talks about the sick families and the sick children and the sadness, and how he's so fortunate to get to give them a clean room, to come in to their rooms and interact with joy, with happiness, with kindness, and make some new friends. Now, what's really curious about this story is both Gregory and Cooper are talkers, apparently. They love to talk, and they formed this friendship, and Gregory has done all these nice things. He brings him popcorn. Apparently, popcorn helps Cooper with his digestive system because he's very dehydrated and he needs the salt. So he got a popcorn machine and started bringing in popcorn for Cooper when it was his time to come in and clean. And they forged this friendship of theirs. They colored together. He comes in and they spend time just doing things. This is not in Gregory's job description. This is going above and beyond out of love. They've gotten to be fast friends, and his mother will tell you that Cooper says, Gregory's my best friend. He's my best friend. And interestingly enough, what happened is that Gregory, continues to play a role in his life, but Cooper's gotten better, and he's not at the hospital as much anymore. But guess what he does at home? His mom said he was eyeing this little cleaning kit, and he was like, this is what I want. This is who I want to be when I grow up. I want to be like Gregory. She said, my floors have never been cleaner. You'd think the kid acted like I never cleaned our house before, but he's out scrubbing and working on the floors and cleaning things up because that's his love language now, and he wants to be like Gregory. You know, when I read this story, I instantly was obviously heartwarmed by it, but I thought, this is leadership. This is leadership. Most people, if you asked a janitor if they were in leadership, they would probably tell you no. They would say, I'm a janitor. I clean bathrooms or hospital rooms for a living. He used this opportunity to be a leader. Leadership is not about transactions and titles. It's about love. It's about kindness. It's about relationships. It's about what are we instilling in others so that they can show up as the most unapologetically authentic and best version of themselves. You know, whenever I get asked to speak on leadership, I'll say, well, is it a group of leaders? And a lot of times, well, there's a mixed group of a lot of different people. And I think so many times we feel like maybe we're not a leader, right? I'm not enough. No one reports to me. I don't have a team. I'm not a leader. I wasn't a born leader. I'm more of a follower. I just want to tell everyone in this room that you are a leader, and your sphere of influence is absolutely huge. In fact, if you read about how many people you will interact with in your lifetime, face to face, this doesn't even include all the interactions that you can now have virtually. Face to face, it is 80,000 people in your lifetime that you have a chance to impact. Now, this is Arrowhead Stadium when Garth Brooks was performing. Do we have any Garth Brooks fans in the house? Yes, love me some Garth Brooks, love me some country music. But Arrowhead Stadium doesn't even seat about 77,000. That's your reach. That's your impact. How are you showing up? How are you showing up at the grocery store? How are you showing up in the women's room? How are you showing up at your job? How are you showing up at your home, with your children, with your spouse, with the people that you're working with? Every interaction you have is a chance to be a leader.